And the focus is mainly on Garibi Hatao. This is the Nara of fifth plan that comes under again the leadership of Mrs. Gandhi, Indira Gandhi. So Garibi Hatao, eradication of poverty, employment and justice, and self-reliance. Okay, so focused on agricultural rural development, recognizing importance, achieve goal, like goals of poverty removal and reliance. So these are the important things. So guys, one point I missed is that just remember they may ask you this one: which plan faced the elevation of Bangladesh as an independent state? So the answer would be fourth plan, 1971 Indo-Pak War, which gives the establishment of Bangladesh as an independent country. So the answer would be fourth plan. I forgot to mention that. So and that will be with the fifth plan. Anyway, but remember the fifth plan is terminated by Morarji Desai government in 1978. Remember this much. Okay, and the fifth plan is also modeled by A. Rudra and A. S. Mani. So what happened, guys, is that when after this Bangladesh war, Indira Gandhi didn't come to the throne. It's Morarji Desai, and he terminated the plan. But the plan gets somewhat dragged, So the earlier plan was also planned by Ashok Rudra and A. S. Mane. So the same person is continuing with the fifth plan as well. So this is the thing. Though this is not a very important section, you need not to remember. The Garibi Hatao is important, so remember that much. Garibi Hatao and production of industry, mines, and all these things. This is very important. Okay. Okay. So I think this much information will be enough. Okay, one more thing I'm just almost forgetting. So it's like hill development, development of the hilly area started under the fifth plan. You can get question from this one. Which plan first introduces the development of the hill areas like Uttarakhand and Shimla and whatever hill regions we have in India. So so it started under the fifth plan. Next, there is again another break, that is 1978 to 80. So it is the continuation of the plan, or you can say it's a break due to political uncertainty at the center. There is a political uncertainty all of a sudden. So there is no plan for 1978 to 80. So sixth plan started from 1980 to 85. So it marked a return to the fifth, 5-year plan because there is a gap of almost 2 years. And the model focused on poverty eradication and technological self-reliance. So this is the important thing. The target growth is 5.2 and achievement growth is 5.7. So almost flop of consequent 3 plans and the central, political uncertainty and war. Finally, the sixth plan is some sort of achievements. So target growth was 5.2 and the achieved growth was 5.7. So the model is based on investment yojana. Okay, just remember this one. Investment yojana. So it actually focused on economic liberation. This much information would be enough. Next, we will move to the seventh plan. So it started from 1985 to 1990. So it comes under the leadership of Rajiv Gandhi. And for the first time, we see the prioritize given to the private sector over the public sector. So the private sector is first time introduced. And the target growth was 5% and the achieved growth was 6.01%. So again, another hit. So, focus establishment of a self-sufficient economy, opportunities for productive employment, upgradation of technology, accelerating food grain production, raising productivity with a focus on food work productivity were the major objectives. So, this plan is also known as Jawahar Rojgar Yojana, launched in 1989 by Rajiv Gandhi government. Remember this one. Okay, so this plan is also known as Jawahar Rojgar Yojana. So, and it was implemented upon the margin of NREP, that is National Rural Employment Program. Okay, so it led the development of small scale food processing industries also. So, but another important thing that we need to remember is the Blue Revolution was launched. Its name was Neel Kranti Mission. Neel Kranti Mission Blue Revolution under the seventh plan. So this is very important. Fish Farmers Development Agency (FFDA), Fish Farmer Development Agency, was sponsored by central government. For the first time, the marine lives were given importance, and it comes under the authority of government. They, like objectives of Blue Revolution is triple the production of marine sector by 2020. I guess we achieved that. Though Corona hit in 2020, but I think we achieved. So, utilize new technologies in fisheries, double incomes of fishers by improving post-harvest activities like marketing and e-commerce. So, for the first time, we are seeing that government is taking participation in under the for the marine sector. So, this is Blue Revolution. So, I am repeating again, guys, so you don't get confused. First, we see the Green Revolution, that comes under the third plan, okay, and then there is Blue Revolution that's coming under the seventh plan. Remember this. This is important. And this continuation of government certain interest and on the marine section continued in the eighth plan as well. So eighth plan started from 1992 to 1997. So there is again another plan holiday or a break in 5 years plan from 1990 to 1992 due to political uncertainty. We all know that Rajiv Gandhi is killed. So that's why there is a political uncertainty. So 1990 to 1992. So there is a plan holiday. So eighth plan started from 1992 to 1997. The model is prepared by J.W. Miller. Okay, and the main focus was on the development of human resources, including education, health, and employment. As I mentioned, the interest in the marine sector, that is fisheries program, was launched in seventh plan, and then again intensive marine fisheries program was launched under the eighth plan. So don't get confused. First, under the Blue Revolution, we see there is the name I mentioned, that is Fish Farmers Development Agency. So this is the initial one, FFDA, Fish Farmer Development Agency. And then we see intensive marine fisheries program was launched under the eighth plan. Okay. As a result, fishing harbors were later established over time in Visakhapatnam, Kochi, Tuticorin, Porbandar, and Port Blair. Remember these names, and this will be enough. So for the first time, fishing harbors were getting established. Okay. So let's continue with it. So the scheme was restructured by Ministry of Agriculture for Farmers Welfare along with the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries into the so the Blue Revolution gets continued with the eighth plan by incorporating the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries is already there. Okay. So, and all these things are getting controlled. They formed another board named NFDB, National Fisheries Development Board. Okay, this is getting controlled with this, and the target growth of the eighth plan is 5.6 and achieved growth is 6.8. Another hit. Okay, so this is the end of eighth plan. This much information should be enough for you. And the ninth plan, it's started from 1997 to 2002. And the focus is growth with social justice and equality. Target growth is 6.6 and achieved growth is 5.4. And this much will be enough. It's not that important. There is nothing significant there. Then the 10th plan, there is 2002 to 2007. Okay. Monitorable targets for a few key indicators of development besides the 8% growth target. And what achieved is 7.6. So this is a flop plan again. So, but you don't need to remember all these things. Just remember the focus. The focus is monitorable targets for a few key indicators of development besides the growth, the target growth. That's all. 11th plan, 2007 to 2012, towards faster and more inclusive growth. That is the focus. Okay. So the target growth was 9.0 and achieved growth was 8.0. Now the 12th plan, this is sort of important because this is the last 5-year plan and it is supposed to continue from 2012 to 2017, and the focus is faster, sustainable, more inclusive growth. This is the focus. Note it down. I'm repeating again. Faster, sustainable, and more intensive growth. It started by our former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and it is dissolved by Narendra Modi in 2014. So he introduced Niti Aayog from the 1st January 2015, and it also continues even till today. We see their first sustainable development is still continuing and taking place in under the whatever like the policies they are making. Though Niti Aayog also gets dissolved later, but this is how we see. The Planning Commission gets dissolved later, but we see this the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's idea of sustainability continues till today. So this is all, guys. I'm just repeating the last section. Just remember, the sustainable growth idea was first introduced by our former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh under the 12th 5-year plan, and that is also the last 5-year plan. As the 1st January 2015, we see the Niti Aayog, and it is the last 5-year plan is dissolved by our current Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So this much information will be enough. Now I would just give you a 2 minutes notes on Niti Aayog. As we just mentioned, I already mentioned that 1st January 2015 is where we get started. Just remember, there is nothing much to remember, guys, but because they don't ask really, but just for a continuation sake, just remember this much. So it is nothing but a policy making think tank of government. Okay, that much is enough. It's just a policy making think tank for India and the economic policy making think tank. So that's all. And the Prime Minister is the chairperson here, and he will always, whoever the Prime Minister is, will remain the chairperson. That's all. And the other members will be the chief ministers of all states. Okay, so the chairperson will be the Prime Minister and the chief minister will be the governing councils and the other members of the committee. And whenever there is a regional problem, there will be a regional council formed to address that problem. Okay, so this is the basic. And whenever they feel the Prime Minister specifically can nominate experts, specialists, practitioners regarding relevant domain of knowledge, and whenever he feel that this is a need and we need to hear something from an expert, he can appoint. So the Prime Minister can do that. So basically it is mainly controlled by the Prime Minister, the Niti Aayog, and that's all about Niti Aayog. This much information will be enough. And I guess it will get you at least 1 or 2 questions. So I guess that much help.